Hey, welcome back to another Delphox Cards video. I got the Packer game on right now. I'm just kind of swinging around town. There they are, storming down the field, going for a 21-0 lead here in the second quarter. So I thought, you know what? While I'm kind of hanging out, let's go through the Packer books. So I have two Packer books. I have this one and that one, and this might be a little bit longer of a video, but for you Packer fans out there, these are going to be kind of fun. There's going to be a lot of players that you probably remember, but maybe some names that you haven't thought of in a hot minute, as always on this channel. So I'm going to go through these here and let's have a good time looking through some old Packers. Starting off, I got a big card. I got this in a big pack back when I was a kid of Brett Favre. And of course, we're going to start with my favorite Packer of all time, Brett Favre. Tough to deny. I'm sure a lot of people feel like I do on this matter. And again, I know who he is. I know what he's done. I know he played for the Vikings. He's just a hard guy not to like. He was the reason that I loved football as a kid. I mean, it's just hard not to love Brett. So anytime we see a Brett Favre card of any kind, we got to get it. Here, me, my dad, any of my friends, really. It's like Hall of Fame Favre right there, little pinnacle. Instincts Favre. So, hey, we go into this guy Rodgers. This is one where I don't want to be on the wrong side of history, which I know a lot of people are. My Brett Favre story is that we bought his jersey, like a really expensive version of it, for $25 right after he left, and people just hated on him. And I'm kind of like, guy brought us a Super Bowl, right? Same thing with Rodgers. I know it, I get it, I know the hate, but he brought us a Super Bowl, so I like the guy. Brought us a lot of years of good memories, Aaron Rodgers. So I still hope that he does well. This guy was a lot of fun to watch, and if you don't think so, got short-term memory, because he really did give us many years of pretty fun football. And I know we should have done better, but it still was fun. Romo, Shaw, Manning, and Rodgers. That was a cool card right there. A lot of these I got, a lot of these Rodgers I got from these guys selling these really nice Rodgers cards for almost nothing. And at the end of this video, maybe I'll walk out into my basement here. I have a Favre and Rodgers plaque where some of my cards are. That's a really cool one. Got this one at a garage sale here where I live this year. That's what I'm saying though, like these black cards, and those are all 50 cents a piece at this one guy. So Aaron Rodgers. Then we get to another legend. We get Bart Starr and Ray Nitschke. I am very much a fan of the Packers history. Always have been. I like going to the Packer Hall of Fame and walking through there. Get to one of my other favorite all-time Packers in Davante. He also went to the Raiders. So I really like Davante, like the show that he's on. Receiver. Some really cool Davante cards in here. You know how I feel about the Zenith, if you've been watching it all. So love Davante. I gotta organize this better though. All his Raiders gotta be on one, Packers gotta be on the other. Now this guy, I mean, come on. This is, when you think Green Bay Packer, I think Jordy Nelson. I think Donald Driver, who's also going to be coming up soon here, though. But, man, I'm just a stand-up guy. Really fun receiver. Just a fun player. There's Double D. And like I said, when I think Packer, Donald Driver is the guy I tend to think of. Him, Favre, Rodgers. I mean, these guys are Packers. He just did it for so long. Just a big Double D fan. My wife, even bigger than I am. Ball Horning, we go back to those original Super Bowl teams, and Just a legend. Anything with him I really enjoy. One of my favorite players to watch, Charles Woodson. Very, very, very good back. I just was blown away, and I went through a big phase of loving Clay Matthews. His commercials were funny. He was such a good player. My email to this day is Claymaker, has that in the term, and people are like, why Claymaker? Do you do something with Clay? And nope, just really liked a certain Packer when I made it, so I got quite a few Clay Matthews, more than I thought I did, actually. So Clay Matthews was such an awesome player. Mon Green, really fun running back from my childhood. I know he got in a little hot water too. It's like, man, all my childhood favorite players from the Packers. But this is a guy that's in no hot water. I mean, I know he went to the Vikings, but who doesn't like Aaron Jones? These astoundings are really cool, by the way. This is a really cool prism. Cool rookies and stars. It's a really cool page here. And I mean, Aaron Jones, I have his jersey. Got to hang it up yet. Got his signed jersey. And oh, yeah. I love those. Power Plus cards. Just really cool player there. Well, when we went to the Viking game, he stayed after, hugged all the coaches, did another Lambeau leap, so gotta love Aaron Jones. Jair, my wife's least favorite player. Now we're getting to my, besides Favre, I loved Kabir and I love Mike McKenzie. Those are my dudes. Kabir I met in a Taco Bell. I had seen him on the Larry McCarran show. If you guys don't know Larry McCarran, he was a former Packer. He announces. He's got a very crooked pinky. That's kind of his whole shtick. But I was the next kid up when I was like 7 to go ask Kabir a question, and this lady butts in front of me to say, my daughter thinks you're so cute. And they cut to commercial, and Kabir felt bad, so he signed one of my helmets. And I always loved Kabir because he always signed with Jesus. You know, he said Jesus, and very faith-driven guy. Great dude. Love Kabir. McKenzie, I just like 34 treads. Shallow reasons. Al Harris. Got my little Al Harris coin right here. Leroy. My dad just met Leroy Butler on an elevator about a year or two ago. Really nice guy from what I hear. Really cool Sterling Sharp card, by the way. Sterling, as his brother says, the better of the two Sharps. Here's some older cards I probably got from my dad. Sterling, he should be in the Hall. When you're that good, even if it's a first short amount of time, I think you should be in. Bach, kind of a rough way he left, but good player. Julius Peppers. Wanted to get his signed picture yesterday, but didn't. Maybe sometime. Julius Peppers is a man amongst boys. I remember watching him in this era at the training camp, and he was huge. Massive. I love Zadarius Smith. His jersey's also hanging up out there. So after this, I will do a quick little, I'll get up and do a quick little lap around there. AJ Hawk, famous now in the McAfee show. We got Nick Collins and Herb Adderley, Nick Barnett, Willie Davis, and Jerry Kramer. And that rounds out our first book here. And then we get to my lesser known Packers. So sorry, 1 second. I don't want to crunch my pages here. I know I could cut this, but one take. Everybody knows the rules. Isn't that how it goes? I go into B book here. Hop right in. 17-0 Packers. Go Pack. And he's back from injury. My guy A.J. Brown just scored. Fantasy option. I know you care so much. But I'm happy to see him back. If you watched a lot of my videos, you know I love A.J. Brown. I like to see him back in action. So now we have... And Love is going to be transported. I made these years ago when Love was the backup. And he'll be transported to the A book now. But I kind of left the B book here for like the current Packers. Let's see, you know, so I have some room to expand. So we got Love, we got some Romeo. A lot of Romeo. Really cool Romeo here. Reed rookie. A lot of Christian Watson. We'll see how long he stays a Packer. I'm hoping. I still have hope with Christian Watson, but we will see. Quay's been in some hot water. Devondre, it seemed like Devondre left only after a little bit of time, but I enjoyed him. I picked up this jersey actually from the pro shop for like $20. AJ Dillon, great card collector, great dude. The mayor of Door County. Rashawn Gary, actually a funny story with Rashawn Gary that I do want to tell. We were at Fazoli's one time in Green Bay, my in-laws and my wife and I, and we thought Rashawn Gary was sitting next to us. It turned out it wasn't him. We were very quiet and debating on take a picture with him, and then the guy stood up and he was not Rashawn Gary's size. Let's see if one of the cards say how tall he is. I don't think they do, but Rashawn Gary is much taller than the 5'10" guy that stood up. So Wyatt, we got Preston, some Josh Jacobs, new Packer. Always kind of liked him because he was a Raider. And then we get, again, back to some 1B Packers. So we get Greg Jennings. I really like Greg Jennings. In this era, he got a little salty with the organization, and I don't know, that does not take away from what he did, and I still like Greg. That's why he's in the book. But I don't know why it doesn't irk me with others and irk me with him. I don't know, but Greg Jennings, he was a really good receiver when he was playing for us. Ryan Grant, really fun running back. Super Bowl. Let's spend a little more time on this page. Super Bowl running back. I still love Ryan Grant. Edgar Bennett, a little before my time, but obviously I've watched that Super Bowl on VHS, and really good player. Dorsey, just got a Dorsey card yesterday. My first ever jersey, period. Not the other day I talked about Ocho Cinco, but fumble by Jaden Reed. Bummer. First ever jersey. Javon Walker. Yeah, Javon gave a shout out to one of my friends at a training camp. I won't repeat that rest of that story, but I'll never forget that. Him shouting over at my friend. He was a fun receiver too. Good player for a few years for us. Javon. Randall Cobb, never will forget that Bears catch. Randall Cobb, he had a lot of unforgettable moments. He was great. Robert Brooks, got his card yesterday. Robert Brooks, really big piece of our Super Bowl. One of my friends had a Robert Brooks jersey and wore it when Jordy Nelson was a rookie. And he went up with his Robert Brooks jersey, and Jordy said, "This isn't me." So that's always a story I think about with the two of them. I always love this card, Vic Antonio Freeman. I just got a card like this yesterday with Reggie Wayne and Ray Lewis. So those are cool. Freeman, that one catch is so unbelievable. Like, you watch footage of that and you're like, how did he do it? You know, the big miracle. I like these cards. They're kind of clear. Some Antonio Freeman. Ooh, Cheeseburger Eddie. Another story with him. I went to a Dragon Ball Z movie in theater. He and Mike Daniels and another player. Oh boy, I thought Keyshawn Nixon was going to take it to the house. They actually were at the movie. We saw Eddie Lacy wearing a Saiyan tail. So, Cheeseburger Eddie. Bubba. Alan Lazard. Sat by a guy at a Packer game that knew Alan Lazard. from college. William Henderson. Probably shouldn't have Darren Sharper cards in here at all based on what he did, but he's a good player back then. Just not a good guy. Tremont, my wife does not like Tremont, and I do. Darnell Savage. Got his helmet signed out there. Magic Man, Adrian Amos. Some cool Adrian Amos cards. Martinez, Tunyon, Quarles, Josiah DeGuara, Cook, Najee Davenport. Love Najee Davenport. Matt Flynn. Who can forget the game with Matt Flynn? I think it was against the Patriots. That was incredible. Hey, Christian Watson touchdown. Don't you like that you're getting updates on a game you've probably already seen? What do I have here? Jermichael Finley, yeah. Chimura, Desmond Howard. Big Super Bowl pieces again. The whole hot tub thing, not so great. Don't let your NFL players be your total idols, because that's what God's for. Because these guys will let you down. Maybe except for Jordy. We got Samkon Gatto. Oh, he had like 3 great games, and I still love that guy. Jamal Williams, one of the funniest Packers. Love Jamal. He is some. I mean, look up some Jamal Williams quotes after this video. That guy is funny. Marquez, Robert Ferguson. My friend growing up, his name was Jacob. Big Robert Ferguson fan. He had to have him on every team on NFL 2K5. Brandon Jackson, my grandpa sat next to him on a flight to Vegas. Says he's a great guy. Jimmy did not have his peak years with us, but he played. Jonathan Franklin, we invited him one time after he got hurt and he was done being a Packer. Our friend group invited him to our fantasy draft, and he thought about it. And I thought that was funny. My buddy Joey reached out to him. Shout out Joey. And yeah, he almost bit. I think that was him just being nice. But Musgrave, he should shoot to the front with all the newer guys. Kuhn and Zach Stacy, legends. Am I right? Here we get to the O-line. Clifton and Tauscher, and I got a Clifton jersey. Wells, Ringo, College, Forrest Gregg, Jerry Kramer. I got a Kramer in the other book, actually. I should move that card. Mike Wall, Mike Flanagan. So really, here's all the kickers. Jan Stenerud, Chris Jackie, Ryan Longwell. And the coaches, we got Lombardi, we got Sherman, McCarthy. There he is, Holmgren on the top. And some of those other big cards, we got Javon, one other, and then some oversized, from the 3rd Super Bowl we won. So, as what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna go take a little field trip here. Field trip out to the Packer room. So we will, I gotta flip this light on too. This video is everywhere, but yeah, we'll call it a vlog. There's my big, not mine, this is my wife's. So I talked about how much we like Double D. Got that on a pretty good deal. She loves Double D. We got our Za'Darius jersey on the wall, some various starting lineups. This is signed, could have been signed by Jordy, but it's signed by Brandon Shalar. Shout out Andrew. Won this at a church auction. So you got Favre, Star, Rodgers. Here are those card things again. So some of my Rodgers are in here, and then Favre's are in here. So those are neat. Some more starting lineups. Robert, Favre, Levens. Yeah, we come over here, since it's a Packer video, got some Packer baubles. Kabir, a couple Kabirs, Nick Barnett, Devondre, Javon, Mike McKenzie. This is a signed ball. This has This has lots of players on it. Randall Cobb. I don't remember who else signed this. There's a lot. Jarrett Bush. Not a big Jarrett Bush fan, but he signed it. If I remember right, I think Clay Matthews is on here. Frank Winters, maybe. It's Frank Winters. A couple Donovan bobbles. We got the Smith Bros in the back. Reggie. Lauren's a big Mason Crosby fan. Devontae. And then down here is my Savage signed helmet. A couple figures there. Here's that Aaron Jones signed jersey. So and then our wall here of Packer stuff. So yeah, there's a lot more Packer stuff in my house, just not out. But big old fridge of magnets there. So anyways, yeah, that's our Packer book. And as always, thanks for watching this a little bit longer, but I am passionate about the Packers more than the other teams. So thanks for watching, and as always, may God bless you today, this Sunday, and have a good one.